So getting ready for Titans training camp practice coming up here in just under a half hour. Sitting down at the table, joining us now
Morning,
is
Coach.
Titans defensive line coach Tracy Rocker. Kind enough to join us here as we broadcast live from Tennessee Titans training camp. Going to get him set up, make sure he can hear us, hear himself. Coach, what's going on? Good morning.
Morning.
Appreciate you taking the time.
It's not too hot for you, Coach.
Perfect
I
day.
know.
But the other days were really hot around here. But it's a great day today.
Yes.
Coach, what do you like about where your defensive line group is right now at this point of training camp?
As a coach here, I am happy with the guys that I have here. I think the biggest thing is that we're trying to build is camaraderie, that we all play together, all on the same page. We're like a chain link. We all got to be tight. And we're building a connection there. You know, we all know about Jeff. We're all excited about to see Sweat. And I think he's trying to do the things to be better condition-wise. He wants to be better. So that's a plus there. And then you have guys like Colburn, Day. Those guys are working really hard. We have Bohannon. And we got a couple other young guys, TK. And you have another young man named Isaiah. And we have some guys that are coming along and just going to keep pushing and get through camp.
Titans defensive line coach Tracy Rocker, kind enough to give us a couple minutes. You talk about Tavondre. From our perspective, he's stacking good days after good days. Where are you seeing him already improve?
I think the thing I see the improvement in is in the classroom. It's the transfer from the classroom to the field, and then the things that you did on the field, can you come back and look at it in the classroom and say, dang, that won't happen again. Don't make the same. We're going to make mistakes, but my thing is don't make the same mistake. I don't want any mistakes, but we're going to make them. Make a new mistake. That's what I always tell them. Make something new, and we can keep coaching, but don't make the same one. So that's been a plus, but the guy's really sharp in the classroom, and he's able to carry it to the field.
No doubt, Coach. I don't know if you noticed, I've been looking for you for like a year or so, okay? I even hit up Coach Thomas like, you got Coach Rocker's number, man? Just because of a different football situation.
Right.
Yes. Your son, Kumar, my son, RJ, looks up to him in a major way, man.
Thank you very much.
I just wanted to pick your brain in that. But besides that, the NFL business is so many moving parts, right?
Yes.
You've been in different rooms yourself with different teams. When you come into a place like Nashville, it's got an established guy in Jeffrey Simmons. What are you looking to establish for that room whenever you go into it, because there's some give and some take in that?
Yes. I think the biggest thing is what I sell to the young men in there is that Jeffrey is Jeffrey. Let's let Jeff be Jeff. I don't want you to be Jeff. I want you to be better than Jeff. And that's all I strive for. Don't try to be him. Just try to be better or take something from him, but be yourself. And that's the biggest thing in this league is we all have heroes and people we aspire to be, but you take what you need from them, but you still have to be who you are and keep growth. And that's the thing I love about Jeff. Has leadership skills in him. He plays hard. He practices hard. But it's the little things that I need from them. Everyone doesn't have that talent. So what are you going to do with your talent? One thing we can all do is play hard and be together.
Yeah. On the other side of that, too, Coach, now there has been more emphasis on the interior sides of the O-line and the D-line. How cool is it knowing now that your guys, they've always been important, but like now offenses are trying to counter you guys by going to get high-caliber guards and centers that can defend you dudes now. It's different.
It's a big difference. And I say this now, in pro football and in the world of football, when it's hot, we all want to throw the ball on offense. And as it get cold, they hunker down. And so in my world, I'm always like, hey, man, they're going to come out and it's hot. That ball is going to be all over the place. As the latter part of the season, hey, they hunker down. The big men come up. They gain 4 more pounds because it's cold. And now everybody's pushing and pulling. And you got Thanksgiving, you got Christmas, and you're trying to get in the playoffs. Yeah. So the biggest thing is just now you have to build a defense now to control the line of scrimmage and able to convert to rush the passer. Yeah.
What's it been like going up against a Bill Callahan offense? Because I look at you two, and you're like a genius on the D-line. He's a genius on the O-line. And we just love the competition we're seeing. But from your perspective.
I love it. Going against Coach Callahan has been really unique. A lot of people don't know it. This is our 3rd year really going against each other. When I was at the previous organization, we would go scrimmage them for 2 years, so we would see each other every year just in training camp. Yeah. And now we're working together. So it's cool and it's unique. But I get to pick his brain, you know, and it's good to see that. He's been in the league a long time, and the competition is really good.
We talk about Sebastian Joseph Day and just maybe the veteran presence he brings here. What do you see out of him working with this line and kind of that familiarity in the league?
I've always been a fan of Day, you know, when he played with the Rams and then he went to the Chargers. I've just always been a fan of him. As a D-line coach, you look at guys around the league. He's one of the guys I kind of like, man, this guy's good. He had really good years, and then he goes to Frisco. And then all of a sudden we have the chance to get him. Hey, we end up getting him, and I'm excited. The guy is really sharp, and he's been getting better every day out here, and he's good for the room. And that he's been a plus.
Coach Tracy Rocker, our guest, Titans defensive line coach. Obviously, rush and coverage always working together in a Denard Wilson defense. The aggressiveness of those defensive backs behind your guys. How does that adjust or just change the way that you coach your defensive linemen and the way that operates within a Denard Wilson defense?
Well, the biggest thing is, and we all want to sack the quarterback. The philosophy that I believe in is that can we collapse the pocket? Collapse the pocket, make him move his feet, make him hold the ball 1 or 2 more seconds. And the biggest thing is, hey, they can stay on that guy 1 or 2 more seconds. And so we're all tied together, rush and cover. And that's the biggest thing is playing in this defense with Denard. Him and I were together at a previous organization, so we kind of know each other, what we expect, and we preach the same thing.
No doubt about it. Coach, when you look at going into this preseason game, what are you looking for from your younger guys? We know what to expect from the vets. What do you need to see out of those guys as it pertains, especially you mentioned conditioning of Devondre and others?
Well, the biggest thing is assignment, alignment, technique, okay? And after that, effort. Play with effort. You're going to make mistakes. Don't worry about it. Don't make the same one. But as long as you have assignment, technique, and the assignment, alignment, and technique, and your eyes are in the right place, know who you put your hands on, we're okay. But if you're out there just flopping around, it's a bad day.
And truthfully, that's what every level right
that's
there.
Every level.
You're giving them the basics
it's
right
basic.
now, Coach.
It's basic football, and let's not make it more than what it is. And that's at every level of the sport, you know. And that's the biggest thing that we go out here and do. And they all want to make that splash play, but sometimes the play is just doing your job at the best. You're going to do dirty work. And some techniques that we have, you got to do dirty work, and that's what I tell them. You're not here to make that play. You're here to do the dirty job of it.
Wow. Yeah.
And I think some of them, they realize, okay, I just need to do the dirty part. And then after that, I promise you're going to make a play.
Yeah, we need to pass that on to the youth of America, Coach.
And speaking of that,
Don't even talk about that. That's a whole other.
Well, speaking of that, I mean, you got a new generation of players that are coming in.
Yeah.
Coach, how do you kind of find that fine line of relating to the player but also being that guy that's going to discipline? Because you seem to do a good job of that in terms of responding with players.
I think I'm fortunate. I have a son that's this age group.
Who I'm going to ask you about in a second.
Right. I have a son that's in this age group, and the things that I've said to him, I say to them, and I make it openly. And in this business, you know, you hurt feelings. I'm not saying you're trying to hurt someone's feelings. I'm just trying to give them the guidance. And if though they were my own, and some take it, some don't, but I'm fortunate that I have a son that says certain things to me, and I'm like, that doesn't make sense. And and then now I hear it out of their mouths. I'm like, I've heard that one before.
Yes. You're not going to get me. Yes.
I'm picking up.
I've heard that one. I said, is that a new word? And then I asked him, I was like, is this the new word y'all saying? And he's like, yeah. I said, okay, all right.
Translator.
Real quick, speaking of Kamar Rocker, and y'all know him from Vanderbilt, I had the pleasure of covering your son.
Yes.
And he is extraordinary, and now he's working his way back from Tommy John surgery, and he is dealing. What's the I guess breakdown you can give of Kumar, and when will we see him?
Well, I'm gonna get this off my chest because the biggest thing is, everybody think Kamar coaches me. I'm just kidding. Everybody thinks he coaches me, and I'm like, I'm dad. Everybody's like, Kamar's dad. I'm like, no, I'm in charge of him. But the whole deal is, the deal is baseball and football are totally different worlds, and but unique about is having a training habit, setting a goal. It's going to be highs and lows to anything, and that's the biggest thing. Me, fortunately, as a coach, I give him all this information, and the third thing is learning that the politics of sports. A lot of times, I think we misconstrued it. You know, a lot of young men or young women, they end up being really the best player or whatever on that team, and everybody's like, oh, he's the best player, so they just put him out there. Then all of a sudden, you're on the team where everybody's good. Parents including me, everybody doesn't understand. Well, there's other ones out here. Everybody's pretty good, you know. And now you have to it's a politics. Who's playing, who's not. And I think that's the biggest thing for him is learning that part of the sport.
Sure.
And because he had a great career in college doesn't mean it translates it now into politics of high-level sports and business. So that's been big for him. But the thing is, coming back from Tommy John has been you hate for someone to be injured, but also when you get injured, you also get to grow. And so it's been fortunate, highs and lows of sports. And but he's pitching well. But like anything, can you do it again?
Exactly. And I love that you're his dad and you can keep putting that on him.
I don't care, but can you do it again?
He's your son. Excuse me.
Yeah.
He's your son.
That's it. That's right. You know, baseball is called repeatable motion.
You know, Mo. Yeah.
Trust me.
Yes, it's a repeatable.
And I hit him with that, can you do it again?
Yeah, can you do it again? Right. And everybody, well, why now? Everybody starts crying. I'm like, hey, I'm just telling you how the business works.
Coach Tracy Rocker, our guest this morning. Coach, really appreciate the time. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
Y'all have a good
Appreciate
weekend.
Absolutely.
Bye-bye.
Yes, sir.
Coach.
More of RKW coming up from Titans Training Camp.